Okay, so interesting day yesterday. A guy got my number from somebody and wanted to know if I was serious on the videos I've made about going to school, learning what it takes, how to better your chances on being on MPK or, well, MPK. And he goes, he said, a friend of mine said that you really weren't joking, somebody that knows me. I said, no, I wasn't joking. I was 100% serious. I guess I didn't make that clear. Everybody thought that was a ha-ha funny joke. But no, I mean, honestly, and I'm being 100% real here. The way I see it, if you're willing to go spend $400,000 to build a car to try to race MPK, and you're willing to spend $200,000 chasing the series, then I would think that somebody that's got that kind of money would be smart and think, you know what? What I got to do to actually get on this deal? What does it take to actually become a part of it? Because most of you don't get it. My favorite thing is, I got a fast car. Nobody can outrun me. Who gives two fucks how fast your car is? That don't mean that person walking through that gate's there to see you, because they don't give a shit about you. You have to have the it factor. Whether you understand that or not, you could chase this thing for the next 30 fucking years. If you don't learn what the it factor is and what makes you a good character on a TV show, then you're never gonna make it. And guys, listen, I have helped or tried to help a half a dozen people. The ones that have listened to me are there and fucking racing in it. Think I'm full of shit? Real simple. There's a bunch of them out there that you ask them, they'll tell you, I did exactly. Mike Murillo, Dean Carnes, which they came with the it factor. It didn't have to be taught. They had the fucking it factor. But when this deal first started, I told Dean, be here every time. Be you live. Be live and nationwide and just be who you are. Mike Murillo, the same thing. But both those guys, they came with the it factor. They had it right off the bat. Some people have it, some people don't. I would think if I was going to spend $400,000 on a car, and then I'm going to spend $200,000 chasing the fucking series, running futures, I would think that it would be worth spending a little money to have somebody guide me through it and better my chances. And the other thing is, with me, if you don't have the it factor, and there's some people that just don't have it, and I've heard a couple of friends of mine feel and tell them, dude, you'll never make it on there. You just don't have it. You don't have what it takes to be a part of it, to make a good character. Not everybody does. Not everybody does, guys. But the money aspect of it, do I need the money? No. Would it cost somebody some money for me to help them? Absolutely. Because one, if you don't go to the doctor and pay the doctor to not tell you what's wrong. You don't go to college to get an education to learn nothing. And you know what? When it's coming out of your ass pocket, you'll actually fucking listen. And that's the biggest problem with 98% of you out there. Well, no, probably only 75 or 80% of the people that think they've got the it factor have it. Now, can the it factor be taught? Not really. You get better at it, get the guidelines, and see. But the it factor is based on your actual character of who you are and how you are in real fucking life. That's what people don't understand. This ain't trying to be an actor on a TV show. It's taking the qualities that you have and working with them to make the it factor that you have bigger. So, I may sound like a dick for saying this, but truth of the matter is, I'm not going to waste my time trying to help nobody. I've done it too many times in the past. They go down a different path and think they got it all figured out, and they'll never be a part of it. They're going to be dragging hind tit the whole fucking time. They're going to chase that thing, spend the fucking money, because they still didn't figure out what the it factor is. So, if I'm going to waste my time and try to help somebody, I'm going to get paid just like everybody that helps me. Everybody around me, I pay everybody. It may be a lot. I may be a lot more expensive than most people, but at the end of the day, if I could spend 10 grand to save 100 grand, if I could spend 100 grand to save myself a $500,000, it's kind of stupid not to do it. So, was the shit that I've said in the past a joke? Little bit. Am I serious about that I would if somebody paid for it? Absolutely. I'll take you hand in hand. And it doesn't take long to be around somebody to know where they got the it factor. It doesn't take long to figure out if you're ever going to get in there. And it really don't, because when there's one particular person that I've tried to help, and he starts telling me about how great he's doing here and how fast his car is and how this and his social media and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. What matters is how to build yourself, build your brand to the point that people walk through that gate wanting to come see you. You build your brand that Discovery, Pilgrim, you catch their eye and they're like, man, people are going to hate him, we want him. Man, people are going to love him, we're going to want him. It's not a really complicated recipe. The only difference is, I'll tell you straight up if you don't have a fucking snowball's chance in hell, because I hate seeing guys waste their time and putting all their efforts into one area or the other area and not realizing you need to have the package if you're going to get in there. We need new people at NPK, guys. We need fresh people. We need people we need good people in there. Whether you got it or not, you can either frail around and chase it and try to figure it out, or you can get a hold of me, not hard to get a hold of, and I'll sit down and talk to you about it. And I'm being dead serious. I'll tell you in the first conversation if you got something to work with or not. Because if you don't, I'm not wasting my time. I don't need your fucking money. I'm just tired of wasting my time trying to help people who won't listen. The way I figure, if you're paying for it, then you don't want to listen, hey, that's on you.